Have you ever wondered why your ESP teachers are always being designated in the guidance office?
Are they really counselors? Are they qualified to give advice to the students?
Are you curious about the difference between a career counselor and a career guidance advocate?
I am Angeline E, Belarmino, and together with my team, Andrea Diotay and Kristine Patoc, let's answer these questions through our presentation entitled Bridging Theory and Practice Perspectives into the Experiences of a Career Counselor and a Career Guidance Advocate. People of different ages aspire for a better life. Even so, not everyone is satisfied with what they are doing. With these, career counselors help navigate career paths that matches abilities and goals. However, we face a reality of a shortage of these professionals in the education sector, a vital mechanism to enable individuals to contribute to our society, resulting in various education teachers filling the position. To distinguish, the DepEd Memorandum number 347 identifies the roles and functions of a career guidance advocate and guidance counselor. This interview was one of the learning activities in career and development and counseling that enabled us to scaffold the knowledge and competencies of professionals in supporting career pathing and occupational selection. We selected 2 individuals, 1 career guidance advocate in basic education and 1 registered guidance counselor. Ms. Maria Guadalupe L. Puligar is a former career guidance advocate from 2016 to 2019 and is currently an advisor to grade 10 at the Salawag National High School. While Dr. Mary Mi Tampos Siana is a faculty member, counselor, and coordinator for student activities at the Philippine Normal University. She is also a part-timer faculty at the Ateneo de Manila University and an entry-level therapist at the Ateneo Bolatao Center. Here is the information sheet of the 2 interviewees. We sent a communication letter with consent forms to the email address of the prospective interviewees. We asked the interviewees about their availability and preference for the interview modality. Ms. Puligar chose an in-person interview on December 13, 2023 from 9 o'clock to 9:15 a.m. at the Salawag National High School, while Dr. Tampos Siana chose an online interview on December 16, 2023 from 11 o'clock to 11:35 a.m. via Google Meet. We adopted the interview questions from the guide questions provided in the learning management system and contextualized them in basic education and the industry. Ms. Maria Guadalupe L. Puligar started working at the Salawag National High School in 2016, both as a teacher and guidance counselor. She spent 3 years in the guidance office and almost 7 years in the teaching profession. On the other hand, Dr. Mary Mi Tampos Siana started her career in the field in 2010, working in the counseling profession for more than 12 years. Ms. Puligar handled junior high school students who were excited and uncertain about their future. Contrarily, Dr. Siana worked as a counselor for grade schools and preschool students for 5 years before entering Philippine Normal University as a guidance counselor in faculty and coordinator for student activities.
Motivating students to aspire for their future and catching students' interest to develop a desire for learning posed a challenge for Ms. Puligar. According to Masha et al. 2020, there is a strong link between career guidance and classroom learning. Hence, it is important to catch the students' interest and attention so that the students will be eager to study harder, to establish their own goals, and achieve their own dreams. Despite career guidance activities being effective in developing decision-making skills, as proven by Pitan and Atiku 2017, Ms. Puligar still had difficulties in aiding students to overcome their dilemma between studying and working. Dr. Shena, on the other hand, saw handling diverse clients as a favorable thing for her in her experience, but also considered it as a challenge, particularly in terms of choosing the appropriate approach to use as clients have diverse backgrounds and needs. Another challenge for her is the fact that not many people are very open to counseling. As a result, they need to take measure to make their counseling services known. Lastly, the unpredictability of the students is a challenge for her as she encountered students who filed a leave of absence and did not come back. Let us now move forward to discuss the roles, responsibilities, and activities related to career guidance. Ms. Puligar considered career guidance as an integral part of the curriculum curriculum. It is vital to exemplify humanistic principles by integrating career guidance into learning activities that positively influence the students in terms of career decision-making, self-efficacy, and other competencies. Besides, the teacher also has to be a role model embodying educational values that they expect of the learners. Furthermore, assistance, referrals, and relevant programs were the activities identified by Ms. Puligar. This aligns with the DepEd Memorandum number 347 series of 2021, number 359 series of 2021, and Regional Memorandum number 262 series of 2022. On the other hand, Dr. Shena deemed herself as a facilitator who uses personalized approach based on the client's needs and profiles. Counselors are responsible for integrating all the aspects of the client's lifestyle, for being patient in monitoring their progress, and for being a guide in their client's major decision makings. As for the activities, she mentioned career counseling for first-year students who are going to take up their majorship exams and career talks and job fairs for graduating students. They also invite government offices to ensure that graduating students are future-ready for the basic requirements. Regarding the skills, Ms. Puligar mentioned that she acquired an undergraduate degree in counseling. Regardless, she still pursued the teaching profession. She claimed that theoretical knowledge is far from reality in the guidance office. Professional knowledge and qualifications must be paired up with soft or transversal skills to effectively bridge the gap between theory and the practice. Alternatively, Dr. Shena was more specific regarding the skill set, which include active listening and therapeutic alliance. Counselors must establish rapport with the clients and effectively facilitate the relationship even without any tools. Furthermore, her attitude depends on the environment. A Rogerian counselor at school and a strength-based counselor at the clinic. However, in any environment, she stated that a counselor should develop firm self-awareness to set a healthy boundary between her dual self. Both Ms. Puligar and Dr. Shena exhibited humanistic attitudes and values. Ms. Puligar believes that learners need to be motivated and inspired to enjoy their learning to achieve their dreams. Likewise, Dr. Shena holds empathy, conditional positive regard, genuineness, authenticity, and a positive outlook toward life in high regard.
In terms of approach, Ms. Puligar infuses her teaching practice with her career guidance advocacy by incorporating career guidance concepts as they progress through the quarters. This coincides with the curriculum framework of edukasyon sa pagpapakatao, where the content and structure are anchored to ethics and career guidance geared toward developing global competence among learners. Conversely, Dr. Sana believes that the approaches, practices, and techniques that other counselors should use will depend on many factors like the kind of training they have gone through and the client's concerns. Nevertheless, she believes that using these courses and social psychology as an approach or strategy will be helpful. She also stated that Western theories could not be fully applied to Filipino context or culture because of our nature to be a collectivist country. We asked both Ms. Puligar and Dr. Shena regarding their message to values education majors who aspire to be a career counselor and a career guidance advocate. Ms. Puligar stated that values education teachers who also work in guidance offices must be passionate about teaching and providing assistance to students in managing their career paths, since these are two different things. Aside from having passion, they should prepare their minds too. Dr. Shana, meanwhile, emphasized the lack of registered guidance counselors in the Philippines and that she's glad that the Philippine Normal University included counseling in the courses of values education majors. However, they are still not trained to be counselors, but on the positive side, they are the ones whom the students can approach if they have problems or concerns. For her, this may be due to the nature of values education teachers. She stated that guidance counselors appreciate the cooperation of values education in promoting counseling. She is also confident as these teachers embody empathy and have knowledge about the different dimensions of a human person. Furthermore, she is very positive and enthusiastic about the number of values education majors who want to pursue their postgraduate studies in psychology and counseling.
I am a values education teacher, also planning to take MA in psychology. Hearing the answers from a career guidance advocate and a qualified guidance counselor motivated me to strive more in my dream career. They also made me realize that there are seldom registered counselors in the Philippines, but they are very needed because of our country's culture. Moreover, their answers to our questions made me assess if I will be suitable for being a guidance counselor and what skills and values I need to improve.
As a values education major who aspires to become a guidance counselor in the future profession, I have enjoyed listening to the interviewees as they share their experiences, skills, and values as a career guidance advocate and a counselor. There is one notable line for me actually that explains that we, as values educators in the futures, are the ones becoming guidance teachers, but we still lack enough skills needed in the profession. This made me realize how long the journey is in becoming a guidance counselor, with proper credentials and skills, of course. In general, I was able to realize how important it is to have a career counselor and advocate, whether in the education field or in the corporate side of our career, as they are the ones responsible for guiding us to a better future ahead of us in terms of our career choices and decision making.
Because of this opportunity, I was able to clarify my assumptions and enlighten myself about the distinction and parallelism between a career guidance advocate and a registered guidance counselor. They work together hand in hand to ensure that individuals understand themselves and ascertain what kind of future they want for themselves. Although we take into consideration that values education teachers are being equipped with competencies as pseudo guidance counselors, I believe that all teachers, regardless of their field subject, must be career guidance allies.